Supreme Lord, eternal truth, let us obey Thee alone and live according to truth. Om, the Mother Sri Aurobindo is my refuge. Srima Sri Aurobindo Saranam Mama. Mer Sri Aurobindo est mon refuge. Welcome to you all. Very good morning. Now itself we are going to discuss a short discussion, a brief discussion on surrender. As you know, surrender. We are surrendering at the lotus feet of the Mother and the Sri Aurobindo. Now itself we are going to have some short discussion on surrender. What surrender is, what are the types of surrender, and how we are going to get surrendered at their lotus feet. There is surrender to give oneself, give completely, give without reservation, it is this surrender. Every moment, what we are, what we have, where we are going, entire charge is given in the hands of the Divine Mother and in the hands of the Divine. That is actually known as a surrender. So, in the course of the surrender, till now we have gone so many types of surrenders we have already observed, like inertial, tamasic surrender, absolute surrender, vast surrender, grand surrender, surrender in the service of the soul. So many types of surrender we have seen while reading Mother and Sri Aurobindo. Now itself let us go to some extent to describe some portions, what are the surrender and how it is done, what is their side by side, how it is going side by side with other things such as faith, love, devotion, so and so. We are going to discuss this to some extent. Master says, if there is no surrender, there can be no transformation of the whole being. So the objective is that our transformation. This is the transformation, what we know, this transformation, this form will go, another form will come. So we can also give some examples like this caterpillar turns to butterfly. These trees, they got actually dipped inside the earth, and after some time it turned into coal, and after some years it has been transformed to the white diamond, Kohinoor and all. So these are the examples of the surrender. But here, while we are going through the writings of Sri Aurobindo, we are reading their literature, we know this transformation, the aim of this transformation is that, the object is that the mind of night will be transformed into the mind of light. So when we are speaking, if there is no surrender, without this surrender, this transformation can never be possible. If you will to have this surrender, put yourself in the hands of the Mother. Without an unaided effect, this transformation is completely impossible, almost next to impossible. This can be done. So if there is no surrender, no transformation of the whole being is possible. How this core of the transformation, what is the core of the transformation? The core of inner surrender is trust and confidence in the Divine. If without trust and confidence in the Divine, this inner surrender is not possible. So the core of this inner surrender is trust and confidence in the Divine. Surrender must necessarily be progressive. Inertia, this surrender containing the inertia, tamasic surrender, that is actually it is something like sometimes we believe that we have already given, we have done. These are the words of tamasic surrender, or inertial surrender, because out of the inertia nothing true and powerful can come. It is the inert surrender that leaves it at the mercy of every obscure and undivine influence. Like a cloud is moving on the sky, this wind will come, it will flow and blow anywhere it likes. Cloud has no choice. Actually, it has not that power. Like this, suppose we are possessing that inertia, this tamasic surrender, naturally we are like a wind moving in the sky. So this surrender must be progressive, it must be progressive, it must be out of knowledge, out of consciousness, it must be progressive. Complete, one type of in the rights of complete surrender can best and most easily come by the complete love and bhakti. This surrender, complete surrender, for this complete surrender, actually two things are needed, that is complete bhakti and complete love. Without love and bhakti, complete surrender will never come, never come, never come. For that, complete love and bhakti are absolute necessary. Not only the surrender come by love, but love also comes by surrender. This is actually one reversible process, love and surrender. So they are interrelated. With the surrender, love will come. If there is love, surrender is come. Will come. So not only surrender come by love, but also love also come by the surrender, as we know. The surrender to the Divine Mother is essential. Man can never get a performed, because this transformation can only be done by a power infinitely greater than the man's force. Man's force is limited. He is staying under the bondage, on the obscurity, in the ignorance. Even he has not thought of this transformation process. So this transformation can only be done even if we are thinking, even if you are actually satisfied, or even if you are little bit conscious. We must know and realize that this transformation, whatever Sri Aurobindo is speaking of, that is only possible by the not infinite, by with the power that is infinitely greater than the man's force. For that, the surrender to the Divine Mother is essential, and the Divine Mother is with us. He is doing the transformation process. He is taking care of us. He is leading. He is showing the goal. So surrender at the near the Supreme Divine Mother is essential. For without it, there is no fulfillment of the object of the yoga. This yoga is never can be done without surrender, without anything at the hands of the Mother. The surrender must be total and seize all the parts of the being. For this integral yoga, for this integral transformation, entirely we have to surrender. Till now, we have seen some surrender, like Radha's surrender, Radha's prayer, whenever we have gone, Radha's prayer, whenever we have read it, Radha's prayer, for life, whatever you choose, life or death, I am ready. No, I have nothing. I have surrendered everything. I am just an instrument sitting at your feet. You can drive me anywhere, anytime, anything you like. So this is the Radha surrender. Because some people initially they have also surrendered, like we have seen Arjuna. We have seen also Draupadi. But things is that at the Kurukshetra war, Sri Krishna had to show the Vishwarupa. And also at the level of Vastraharana, also we have found Draupadi, the help is coming later, because that faith, that trust, actually it should come, because he is seated deep within heart. We have to call. Instead of requesting, praying for the Lord who is Vaikuntapati, Kailasapati, or somewhere in the another hemisphere, because we must know he is seated deep within. To him we must surrender. This Radha's prayer, what I said, this Radha is actually in the guise of the Mother, in the form of Radha. She has prayed, she has surrendered absolutely to the great sage, the avatar that is actually to us, this is Sri Aurobindo. Make your surrender true and complete, then only will all else be done for you. The surrender must be true and it must be complete. If the surrender is true and complete, then everything will be done for us. There must be no part of the being, even the most external, anything that makes a reserve, anything that hides behind doubts, confusions and subterfuges, anything that revolts or refuses. No revolt is allowed. No refusal is allowed, no confusion, no doubt, no subterfuges. So only thing is that without reservation, externally or internally, only thing that simply as a child, how this child is surrendering to his mother, like this for sadhana, in this evolutionary process, to get the transformation, we must surrender ourselves like this, with that simplicity and humility at the feet of the Mother Earth. Another thing, it comes for the most, it is necessary to grow through the tapasya into surrender. some people feel tapasya is necessary for the surrender, because here we can find till now two processes. One is intense arduous tapasya, second one is actually that's the surrender method. The first process tapasya, that is arduous, that is actually complicated, and there is no success that someone is going to succeed. For the success in sadhana, to get surrender, that another the method of surrender, and that method of surrender at the divine feet is essential, and it is a very useful process. The surrender in one direction makes others easier. So whenever in unidirectionally we are surrendering, the other direction also they are coming to be helpful, and they will also let us surrender in another way. Surrender is not a thing that is done in a day. It is a progressive process. It will take time, maybe some birth to birth. So naturally we have to be very much careful, and we must be Charaivati. We have to go forward. We have to be very much careful. We have to be very confident, because this is not done in a day. If we admit that divine is divine at all, if we admit the divine at all, both true religion and bhakti seem to be, to me, to be one of the demanding implicity faith and surrender. So faith will be there, surrender is there, bhakti is a partial, but surrender, that is most important, that surrender is essential thing. The divine gives himself to those who give themselves without reserve. So people who have this sadhak, who has given them, who have given themselves, the divine gives them himself to them. In all their parts, parts to the divine, entire mind, life, body, sastanga and all, everything the sadhaka has to give himself. If he has given, he has exhausted himself, he has completely surrendered, divine naturally he will come and surrender, you will give him. For this, you have to keep the temple clean if you wish to install the other living presence. For them, for these sadhaks, the calm, the light, the power, the bliss, the freedom, the wideness, the height of knowledge, the siege of ananda, it will come because divine presence is there. Only thing they have done, they have surrendered, they have given completely. For if they give completely, divine will be with him, and with the divine life is bliss. That calm, light, power, bliss, freedom, wideness, height of knowledge, siege of ananda, everything will flood. The surrender must be self-made and free. It is like mechanically we are not going to surrender. It must be the surrender of a living being, not of an automaton or mechanical machine. Self-surrender, another type of surrender, self-surrender to the divine and infinity mother. Mother is infinity. If we are doing the self-surrender at the lotus feet of the mother, however difficult remains our only effective means and our sole abiding refuge. She will take care of everything. Our thing is that we have to go and surrender at the divine mother. Once we have climbed up the train, it is the duty of the train, that engine, that department and this driver, they will pull us and leave at the destined place. So whenever we here in sadhana, if we have given ourselves in the real mother's hands, that our destiny is safe and we are going to reach them. For to those who demand from him, God's fill up their demand. But who have not given themselves what demanded nothing, three things you have got, you have to get. Buy one, get three. One, whatever their demand they have asked, it will be filled up. In addition, he gives himself, and thirdly, he gives the spontaneous boon of his love. So without demanding, we should get buy one and get three, him, his love, and our expectation. The Supreme demands your surrender but does not impose it. We are free at every moment. Anytime we can give. If we can surrender, everything will come, Mother will come.